video will show you how to solve algebraic equations accurately and in less time. First 4 tips were covered in previous 2 videos. I would recommend that you visit them if you haven't already. Tip number 5. Solve algebraic equations by following the steps in the right order. You have to stick to certain steps when you solve algebraic equations, and we're going to cover those steps one by one, starting with step number 1. Simplify the left-hand side. You can simplify the left-hand side of the equation by adding or subtracting similar terms only. Let's clarify this step using question number 1. 2w take away 4x plus x take away 3w plus 2x plus 5 take away 13 equals 18. Any algebraic equation would have 2 sides, left-hand side and the right-hand side. In this example, as you can see, the right-hand side equals to 18, and the left-hand side is the bigger part of the equation, which is 2w take away 4x plus x take away 3w plus 2x plus 5 take away 13. So the first thing we need to do to solve this equation is to simplify the left-hand side of the equation, and that's by adding or taking away similar terms only. To add and subtract similar terms only, we need to put those similar terms together. This means 2w take away 3w, take away 4x plus 2x plus 5 take away 13 equals 18. Make sure that you respect the sign of each one of those numbers or integers. 3w take away 2w equals w, minus 4x plus 2x equals minus x, plus 5 minus 13 equals minus 8. So after simplifying the equation would look like w take away x take away 8 equals 18. Now the simplification is complete. We need to move on to the next step to solve algebraic equations. The next step is to move all added or subtracted numbers to one side by using inverse on both sides of the equation. Let's use the previous question to clarify this step. w take away x take away 8 equals 18. The two numbers I have in this equations are minus 8 and 18. I need to move those two numbers into one side, and this side should be different to the side of the missing information. And the missing information I have is w and x. This means I need to move minus 8 from the side of the missing information, w and x, to the other side, which is the side of the number 18. To do so, I need to use the inverse of subtraction. This means I need to add to both sides. I need to add number 8 to both sides. When you add 8 to minus 8, they cancel each other out. This means the left-hand side of the equation equals to w take away x, whereas the right-hand side of the equation equals to 18 plus 8. This means w take away x equals to 26. Looking at your equation, w take away x equals 26. No further simplification can be done on this equation. I've also moved all the numbers to the other side of the missing information, which is w and x. This means you cannot solve this equation any further until you are provided with the value of x or w. You can only find the value of the missing information if you were given the value of x or w. Now let's have a look at question number 2. 2f take away 4m plus 4m take away 1.2f equals 16. To solve this algebraic equation, the first thing I need to do is to simplify the left-hand side, and that's only by adding and subtracting similar terms. Minus 4m plus 4m are equal in value, but different in signs. This means they cancel each other out. This leaves you with 2f take away 1.2f equals 16. Make sure that you respect the sign of each one of the terms. I still can simplify my equation further, as I have two similar terms. This leaves you with 0.8f equals 16. Looking at my equation, I cannot simplify it any further. The numbers have already been moved to the other side of the missing information. And because I have only one equation and one missing information, I should be able to find the value of this missing information. So let's have a look at the next two steps to solving this equation. The third step to solving algebraic equation is by removing multiplication only if there is one missing information in the equation. And you can remove multiplication by applying inverse. Let's have a look at the fourth step. Remove division only if there is one missing information in the equation. And you can remove division by applying inverse. Let's go back to the previous example. Remember that the last two steps to solving algebraic equations can only be applied if there is one missing information only. And in my question, I do have one missing information. 0.8f equals 16. Remember that 0.8f equals to 0.8 times f. This means I have multiplication between 0.8 and f. To remove this multiplication, I need to use division. So I need to divide by 0.8. When I divide one side by 0.8, I must divide the other side by 0.8 too. This means 0.8f divided by 0.8 equals 16 divided by 0.8. This means f equals 20. If you need assistance to find the value of division fast, then click on the video that's called How to Divide Smartly. Now let's summarize the steps to solving algebraic equations. Remember that the first step is to simplify by adding or subtracting similar terms. The second step is to move subtracted or added numbers to one side, which is the other side of the missing information. The third and the fourth steps can only be applied if there is only one missing information in the equation. To remove multiplication or remove division, you need to apply inverse, and inverse must be applied to both sides of the equation. When we use inverse to solve an equation, we must respect the order of calculation, so we have to use the reverse of BODMAS. This means the first thing to remove from your equation is the subtraction, then the addition, then the multiplication, and finally the division. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, then click on like so more videos will be created for you and others. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel should you wish to gain access to practical questions or future tips and videos. If you wish to see similar videos of a particular topic, then send me a comment. Or you can click on the next video. The next video includes just questions to help you practice solving algebraic equations. It's called 11 Plus Maths Algebra Part 4.